What's up and welcome back. I'm John Stark, MacTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today I have a Disney shirt on for a Disney movie. This is Pets. This is this is a documentary that is directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, and it's currently available on Disney Plus. Click like and subscribe because we're going to talk about it. Today I'm wearing I have a Pizza Planet shirt on from Toy Story. I'm repping Toy Story today. I've got my black sunglasses and a purple hat on. If you've never seen the background before, I have a Dark Knight poster and a X-Men poster behind me, and the wall is red, and I sit in a chair. Welcome. Let's talk about pets. I could probably talk about myself longer because there's really not much to talk about with pets. This is this is content creation, is what this is. This is not a real film. I would tell Bryce that. Hi, Bryce. This is not a real film. You made content creation for Disney Plus. This is what this is. It doesn't really explore anything about pets, though. It just sort of explores. It's the easiest documentary because she just kind of assembled people talking about how they love their pets. And that's the movie. That really is the movie. That really is just people talking about how they love their pets. And she found some, I don't know, moderately interesting stories to fill the time. But when you think about how many people out there own pets, like, I'm sure there are more interesting stories, you know? And she just doesn't want to go into the pets that shouldn't be owned area, with like the guy that owns like the lion or something. Like, this is my this is my pet honey badger. uh no, it's like really just kind of like obvious stuff about like people who like cats and dogs, birds, you know, uh, uh little rodents, like rodential things. I don't know if that's a word. I made it. Hamsters, yeah, guinea pigs. Um, there's somebody who has a pig as a pet. There's a guy who rescues owls, like rescues birds, and has an owl for a pet. You know, it's about as extreme as it gets. Is to have a bird of prey, but the bird also has a broken wing, so it can't really hunt or fly. So it has paired up with this guy and become its pet. So yeah, which I always thought owls would be, cool pets to have if they weren't birds of prey. If they weren't also inherently terrifying at the same time. Um, so, living that Harry Potter life, where everybody wanted an owl after Harry Potter, and then parents had to explain to their kids, no, well, okay, so the thing about owls. So, yeah, it's really simple. It's a really easy, and the target demo for this is people who also enjoy pets. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who are like, oh my God, it's a movie about cute pets. This is so up my alley. Like, it's a super easy movie for people who are just looking for something nice and like non-offensive to turn on. It's a time waster. I can't say that this is an excellent documentary that like really like pulled at the strings of humanity and found our deepest layers of complex emotional connections to animals, or explored the pros and cons of owning a pet, or the things you may not know about being a pet owner. It doesn't do any of that. It's just like, oh my God, pets are cute. And here's some people who agree with me. The movie, done. It has some audio description to it, but honestly, this is me being real. This is a lot of being real. This is heavy honesty. As a blind person, we want you will want the description to be about the animals. There isn't a whole lot of time to do that, and the audio description for this movie is sparse. It's not my favorite audio description track of the year. I don't even know who made it, and I'm saying that. If you made it and we're friends and I just offended you, I'm sorry. I just don't like the audio description track to this movie. I also do not fully blame audio description company for this because it's just not a strong film that has a lot of opportunity for audio description because all Bryce does is interview humans who like pets. That's basically this movie. So it's basically a talking head movie about the thing that you would want to see. Why sighted people would watch this would be to look at cute animals. So for us, we're just listening to people talk about animals, but we're not really getting the animals. So it's just sort of a pointless documentary for blind people because I don't know why you would want to. It's not very fun. This movie has nothing to say, and the whole reason you would want to watch this film would be so for the animals, so that you could see cute animals and puppies. Now, occasionally it'll say something like a man is surprised by a cute puppy, like, and you're like, oh, well, but we don't really get enough time to describe any of the animals. So it's just sort of a cursory mention of a cat or a dog or a bird, like these are not in-depth descriptions. So Pets is, I don't know, an hour and a half long. I would just uh, advise you to spend an hour and a half with your pet and just instead of watching this movie. I'm Is it bad? It's not inherently bad. This is a nothing movie. This movie is content creation. We've been getting a lot. I feel like documentaries. There was a little bit of conversation about whether or not, because of our, I'm gonna get a little political in the middle of a pets documentary, because of our new administration, which is defunding a lot of things, that documentary filmmakers would be, at risk of losing. I don't think so, man. I think streaming services rely heavily on nonfiction content because it's easier to produce. All they have to do is pay a crew to go out there and shoot somebody doing something, to tell some sort of true story or life story about an event or about a person or something stupid like pets. By the way, this is not the Disney Nature documentary for the year. There's another one that comes out after this about sea lions, I believe. That's their. They always have a documentary that's timed around. Last year was Tiger. That's timed around the Earth Day. So this is just, I don't know why this is or what this is for. Why this is here. It just is. We already had a documentary released this year. This week. Not just a goof. So we had 2 documentaries onto Disney Plus, and then we have another one next week. It's just documentary time on Disney Plus. So, should you watch Pets? I don't know why. I don't know. If you're sighted, yes. Yeah, if you're sighted and you like animals, I'm sure this is like a thing that just immediately, it's clickbait. You can click on it and you get to see cute animals doing cute things and people who adore them. It's not dark. There is no like animal abuse here. Nobody's, there aren't dead animals, and this is perfectly fine. You could watch this with a 3-year-old and they'd be, like, this is accessible for all ages. Nobody gets violently attacked by a pet. This is not some when pets attack. No, nothing like that. It's just a very calm movie about pet worship. And that's what this is. But when I think about the kind of documentaries out there that we have and the stories that we tell, and how people seem to want to actually uncover something and actually find another layer. This is like looking at an onion and just going, it's an onion, and not ever peeling back the layer. It's still got the skin on it. That's what Bryce Dallas Howard did, is she's appreciating the onion as it is. Whereas we always hear about the layers, like onions have layers, and you go to the deeper, you find like another layer of it. I feel like other documentarians do that. This doesn't do that. This is just like, it's an onion. Don't you like the skin on it too? Can I just present you the onion as is? I suppose. For people who like to look at onions. So, I'm gonna give Pets a C plus. I guess I'll lean slightly positive because I think for sighted people, this is exactly, they're just gonna click on this and go, yep. But for blind people, it's really not fun or a little bit, even with audio description, there's just not much that you can get out of this because I don't think you want to be here just to hear the people talk, which is largely what you're gonna get. So that's Pets. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you guys on the other side.